What up, fam? Have you ever wondered what might happen if you could stick to a 1,200 calorie diet and work out 5 days a week for, I don't know, say 5 months? Well, that's what I'm going to dive into in this video because I did exactly that. Hey guys, if you are familiar with my story, you will know that I have had a lifelong struggle with my weight, which completely resolved itself, and I create programs that are totally body positive in order for people to lose weight through the means that I created. Little did I know that these were independent means for independent people, and when I got into a serious relationship, I ended up gaining a lot of weight. So once I figured out what was happening, I decided to set myself on a path to lose this weight. Not because of how other people perceive me or how I look, etc., but because I am incredibly uncomfortable carrying all of this extra poundage. Plus, I had gotten into a sort of sedentary for me kind of lifestyle, and I was eating a lot of really unhealthy food. We were living in Mexico, and I was probably eating between 3,000 and 4,000 calories a day. And if that sounds impossible, you just look at how many calories are in a margarita and then ask me how many I was drinking in Mexico. Not only that, but we started eating all kinds of things that I don't normally eat, tons of like really bready pizza and tacos and just like really fatty, super high calorie food on a regular basis. We went out to eat every single day. Add to that, the only stretch of beach we had to run on was like a K and a half each way. So that was about 3K that we could run in a go. And I was going through a bunch of emotional stuff in my relationship, which is kind of one of the biggest reasons why I actually gained the weight in the first place, which directly affects how much I'm eating, drinking, and working out. So I thought when we came home to Canada, what better way to actually, celebrate myself and my partner kind of getting through all these challenging times and our new life together, figuring out all this emotional stuff, and then to like get into my best body again. So I decided to go at it headlong with traditional means because I thought that, of course, I always think this, we're all just so inundated with kind of like diet culture and the weight loss industry and their methods. I thought that, I would up my activity level, doing things that I love, and that I would decrease my caloric intake just as like kind of a mindfulness practice, because 1,200 calories for my ideal body composition is probably around where I should be eating. And I promised myself if I was like really hungrier for more than that, then I would have like some more food. I wasn't trying to like do a crazy, like hate myself, like force myself into unpleasurable activities or, restrictive dieting or anything like that. And 1,200 calories actually ended up being like kind of comfortable for me. So that's like a totally new thing. And I'm really glad I did that just for myself. But I know a lot of people out there, they really want to like kind of use these methods. They get all in on, cutting calories and, exercising a bunch and eating clean, which is also like I was eating really well as well. And the weight loss industry tells us that this is the key to dropping all of this weight. And I was not trying to prove a point here, okay? I was legit just like trying to get into my best body. So I decided to start running 5K 3 days a week, which was followed by lifting weights at the gym. And then on our other 2 days, from Monday to Friday, I was doing 14 Ks of biking and then a Pilates kind of resistance training class after that. So we're talking about 5 days of, extended cardio. We're talking about 45 minutes about 45 minutes of cardio. It was an hour on the bike, I think. And then another half an hour to 45 minutes of resistance training 5 times a week on a 1,200 calorie diet for 5 straight months. And my results, I lost 15 pounds. Now, I don't normally talk numbers with you guys because, you know, my body and 15 pounds to me versus somebody else's body and 15 pounds to them, etc. Like, we're all unique. We have our own ideal body compositions, and these kinds of numbers, like your weight, your BMI, these things mean absolutely nothing on their own. So I don't talk about numbers with you guys. I'll show before and after photos for you to like see the difference, you know, my body kind of before and afters. And even those, I've tended away from kind of showing them because I just feel like everybody's journey is personal. But in this instance, I'm going to have to share some numbers with you guys. So first off, I was not underweight. I was technically overweight. I was actually inching up to the obesity line in the BMI range, which again, in and of itself means absolutely nothing because, you know, a weightlifter, a bodybuilder, they're almost always in the obesity kind of level of BMI. But my frame is very, very small. I have a small frame body. If I was, you know, quite lean, I would probably be around 110 pounds. I got up to 172 and a half pounds. Now, my ideal body composition is not 110 pounds. I like to be anywhere between 120 and 130. That's where I feel most comfortable. But 172, that was like, I was overweight, like 40 or 50 pounds overweight. And I was starting from a place where I was going from 3,000 to 4,000 calorie diet to being like 1,200 calories. And this level of activity wasn't like extremely stressful for my body or anything like that because I am a runner. I had been biking tons. I had been doing Pilates for a very long time, like years. So this level of activity also, you know, it wasn't like a super far stretch for me. But I was working out 5 days a week, cardio and strength training for 5 months. And you know what the craziest thing is that if you look at my other videos, actually, as I was going through this journey, I decided to use the UpRoots wellness methods because what I found in university was that it was actually micro trauma that needed to be healed in order for me to step into my best self, living in my best body. Those things were totally connected. And so when I wasn't getting any results in the first like 6 weeks, I decided to start using the UpRoots tools and therapies that help people grow into, you know, their best selves that naturally results in their best bodies. And 3 of the 15 pounds I lost were in that 1 week. So if you're doing the math, that means I was losing about half a pound a week, like with these like, you know, traditional weight loss methods. And in the UpRoots week, I lost 3. That is 6 times as effective. You know, 4 years ago, at the very beginning of my relationship, I actually tested these methods out and I dropped 3 dress sizes in 28 days. But this time, I know I can feel in my body that it's different. This is an independent micro trauma of me being my best self. This is like familial micro trauma of me being in a family unit and having to like adapt and become that person that I want to be in like community, in a family, in relationship with other people, and living in my best life, which equates my best body together with them. So I have committed myself to developing new therapies, which I have already been doing this whole time. I've been developing what I feel like the interdependent woman or person needs to get into her best life in relationship, in community, and her best body. But I've also decided to do a 42-day journey where I'm going to be developing these methods and actually experimenting on myself and comparing the UpRoots methods that are 100% body positive with the traditional weight loss cultures methods, which could be body positive if, you know, like I wasn't hungry on a 1200 calorie diet, or if I was, I had a little bit more food and I was comfortable doing all that activity. Although I did start to really loathe the biking because there's a lot of hills on the 14Ks that we did, and I just like really didn't like it. I also started to resent the Pilates in a lot of ways, so I'm gonna get rid of those because this 42-day journey is going to be a completely body positive one. So I am not going to be counting calories anymore whatsoever. I am going to be doing mindful and intuitive eating based on the ideal body nature nutrition method from UpRoots Wellness. I will be, like I said, annexing any exercise that I don't want to be a part of. So this is going to be 100% joyful movement. And I'll listen to my body's hunger cues to eat the foods that I want to eat, whether that is a fast food burger or, you know, a salad, which I probably won't be eating a lot because it's late fall here. I will use the scale for objectivity, and because the scale does not trigger any kind of mental stuff for me. Like I said, you know, my urge for weight loss does not come from like a body dysmorphic or like hating myself or being super anxious about my weight or the way that I look. It's because I'm uncomfortable in this body. So I mean, looking at the scale, it's like, okay, well that just, you know, I'm overweight. Like that just like, it just confirms what I feel. So the scale doesn't bother me like it does some other people. It's not triggering like that for me. So I'm okay using it. And I will share the numbers with you. Like I said, I usually do not, but I will, because numbers are not necessary for like an ideal body composition journey or your best body journey, but they are necessary for science and for an experiment. So I hope that you'll join me. I will try to do weekly updates on the YouTube channel, but I will definitely be doing daily updates on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll leave the links to those below. And until New Year's, pretty much all throughout this 42-day journey and a little bit beyond, I'm going to be doing live wellness for your wow body practices with you guys on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. PST and 1 p.m. EST on the YouTube channel and Facebook and Instagram. So you can sign up for all of that stuff below. I'll leave a link to the lives that you can sign up, as well as a link to my Instagram and TikTok that you can start following me and put the notifications on to get all of these updates and follow me on my journey and see how I do. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys, and I'm super excited to get some results based on a body positive approach. I'll see you next time, guys.